Hey, I just discovered that this is let me see if I'm okay. Some of my nails have been popping off. Not that I've been trying to get them to pop off, because some of them are still on pretty good. I don't know if you can see this lifting here. So I have a dropper from an old cuticle oil, and I'm just kind of taking that and dripping it underneath the nail and just letting it soak like that, because this one kind of hurts a little. I don't want it to get damaged. And I'm trying not to pry it, but just to kind of check on the progress to lift and see if it's giving, if it's got any more give. This one too, this one wants to come off. And I'm doing the same thing, if you can see that. Right down in there, and letting it just kind of eat away at that adhesive. There we go. There. So that I can kind of save these nails. They're kind of special to me because they're the first ones I ever did. So these are still on pretty tight though. And these three would be good to save. These I don't mind if they kind of come apart a little. But I'd like to save these three still, if I can. Anyway, what I'm using for this is just good old-fashioned Cutex nail polish remover. And so I'll just keep doing that. Maybe, you know, my e-file won't be here for another day or two. So, most likely 2 days. So I'll just keep doing this occasionally, but I don't want to get it wet or anything like that. I might end up soaking this off because this one's a little painful. So, but the rest just popped right off and there was no pain at all. And then I can just keep this set as a reminder. So, kind of fun. So anyways, that's what I've got going on. I'm still planning the next set that I'll do, and I'll probably try to do that on camera and see if we can have fun with it. I don't really know what I'm doing, but hey, got my new this is my new nail gel. Well, no, e-file. I have to teach myself to say that correctly. Now, I was opening some products yesterday that I got from Amazon, and I gotta say, I gave myself this crazy little paper cut. And so I was opening some things, and I was like, where is all this red stuff coming from? Why would they ship this with all this red stuff all over everything? And it like took me several minutes to realize it was this paper cut bleeding all over the place. I didn't even feel it. Okay, so once again, something else that was pink or other colors, and I think the pink one was less expensive at the time. I don't know what brand this is, but I'm going to put it in the video. Because this was I believe this was under $20. It just says that it's a portable nail gel. It doesn't really mention a brand name that I can find. So directions are pretty straightforward. I think I understand what I'm doing. The crazy thing is I'm kind of a klutz when it comes to these things. So I'm a little concerned that I'm not going to be able to do the right thing. But these are absolutely on. I got the rest off pretty easily. Generally using... Okay, I'll show you what I did. Because what I did didn't take that long. It's just kind of scary. So I have one of these. I don't know what... That's a clippers type of thing. Am I even on camera? I have one of these. Okay. And I just put the other... Say goodbye to the thumb. Okay, so what I did was you got to break you got to break the seal on this stuff. It's all pretty watertight, and it's, yeah. So this is going to break all those seals at once. Yep, that went flying. I don't know where that is. And again on this one, and I'm not doing this to my natural nail. I'm just going to do this to this is all gel. So, I don't know, nervous. Okay. Don't hit me in the eye. Okay, cool. It went flying off the other way. So, that's cool. The other thing that I used, because breaking the seal sometimes loosens it, which didn't happen here. Maybe a little here. But what I was also using to get them off was this and acetone. Well, this is a pretty heavy duty thing, and even this was having trouble taking some of it down. I don't want to wreck this thing because it's pretty nice and it works on my toes. Someone put this away before anybody gets hurt. I think that's just the wisest decision right there. I will put that back where I will have it available for my toes. This did its job, I think, wonderfully. Couldn't have asked for more. Look how thick these are. That's crazy. They're so thick. This one too. So from here on, this is all uncharted territory, things I've never, ever tried to do before in my life. So I'm going to plug my phone in because that's what I'm using to record right now. So this came with a few different drill bits. This is the one that I see most people use to get their product off of their nails. This is a drill bit that came with it. They're all ceramic, so they don't heat up as fast. I don't know if you can see this one. This one's more for like shaping a new nail. This one would be for like your naked nail when you're cleaning up around your cuticles and so forth. This one is used for a number of different things, but mostly I see people use it to remove their product back to their, I'd say like maybe like a layer above their regular nail. Just to make sure that the nail doesn't have any bubbles in there, pockets of air, kind of making sure we look in on those nails before we start building on them again. And also I kind of want to give them a rest between manicures, at least a few days. I'll just use maybe clear polishes and baby them a little bit. I've had really good luck with this stuff, this hard as hoof product between manicures. And I've been using cuticle oil from Beetles. So mostly also I've been using a lot of files. I keep the files even from like the little manicure sets that like do your own tips from Kiss. But I'm starting to get some nicer files like from Beetles and from McCart. None of this is, I am not paid to say any of this stuff. This is kind of my favorite, this 100, 180 file. But again, this is just mainly for buffing once you get your fingers down to more of a natural, like if I wanted to break this seal, this isn't gel polish, so I don't bother with this. I can just take off with regular acetone. But what I'm going to try to do so that this isn't as much of an issue in the future, I'm going to try my next manicure with this product. This is a peel-off base coat specifically made for gel manicures, so that when I'm done with my set, hopefully, in theory, I'll be able to peel it off because of this. So we're going to try that before I do another set. But first, I would like to take this off. And so these last two that are still hanging on, I'd like to remove these now so that I don't look too funky in public without gloves on. So that's what I'll be doing. in order to do this safely for everyone's health in the household, I got one of these, and it's about this loud. So hardly any noise at all. This is a vacuum cleaner that sucks up my nail dust. So any product or natural nail that gets filed gets sucked into this, and it goes into this little changeable bag at the bottom here that I can just vacuum out when it's a little too full. Or just dump it, I guess, backyard, whatever, garbage. So, and then, you know, if you're doing someone else's nails, it has one of these pads that I don't think I'm going to be using that. I think I'm just going to go to it like this. Probably. We'll see. We'll see what's comfortable. And then I know that from watching, like, Nail Career Education, how Susie, I think her name is, and she says to, you know, anchor, you know, have an anchor. This is an anchor. You can use your hands as an anchor, just so that you go real straight. You don't want to start doing this a lot. That'll get you, and you know, if you do angles and go straight at it, you can hurt yourself, is what I'm trying to say. So just straight across angles is all you're really supposed to do. And so that's another reason why I think I'm just going to use it right by the fan here so that I have anchors. Don't anchor, if you have one of these, this is just plastic. It can break. So don't use that as an anchor so much as like rest your hands around it and use that as like your center area where you're doing it. So because this is going to make noise and because this is going to make noise, I'm going to just give it a shot without the camera right now and see how it goes. So, alrighty, so the fan comes with only one speed, so that's as loud as it gets. Is again pretty straightforward drill instructions. I think I have this just in case I feel like it's getting dusty. Just a mask, and just I'm not trying to overdo it. This is going to tell us how many RPMs. One for every 1,000, I believe. So here's 1. At 1, this drill literally can stop if I put any pressure on it at all, and it continues if I pick it up. So I don't think I'm going to get much done on a 1. So what's suggested is about 7 when I've watched others. But gosh, I hope I'm not wrong. And it says, now I'm not used to this at all. I'm not using my anchor rules either. Gosh. Okay. That was me. I'm sorry if I make the camera shake. That's just me not really knowing what I'm doing. Oh, God. Okay. If I hurt myself, maybe I should wait until someone else is around. Okay, I don't feel comfortable with this. I'm going to take it down to like a 5. Let's try a 5. That was like a bucking bronco or something. Now, if you want to soak them off, this is also kind of necessary. It seems to stop if I get stuck. Like if I'm going somewhere I shouldn't, but I don't want to trust that. Okay, I'm going up to a 6. Let's. Just the lightest feather touch. I'm trying to just be straight across, back and forth. It kind of stops when I press. It's not having it. It doesn't want me to press. It wants to do the work. which I think is a good thing. It says not to run it for more than 20 consecutive minutes. So I got to give this thing breaks at times. It's interesting to see it come off. You can kind of start to see what layers are when. Like I put on the glitter last. So now that's what we're getting off. But you can see the pink under the glitter, the color pink I used. So once all that comes off, then I suspect the black will start to come off because I outlined it with the black after I applied the pink. Oh, it's being super careful around the ridges here. Yep. Look at that. I took all the paint off. You can still see the nail underneath. That's pretty good. That's the nail I applied with the Vito's Polygel. I'm surprised. I thought this would be way louder. You know, my camera is anchored to the desk, and so if there's any vibration in the desk, it's gonna show up. Oh, that's what that safety is for. It just took me and wrapped it around. I could have really cut myself if I didn't have this safety. It just wrapped around where I couldn't see it behind the nail. Ooh. Well, I've played a number of hysterical jokes on myself, but ultimately haven't hurt myself yet, other than the fact that I have that paper cut. And I've been over this with some alcohol. And the alcohol licked that spot, and I knew about it every time, but otherwise that does not even hurt. Okay, so I still have some shimmer from my last manicure still stuck here. I started to do my cuticles and realized I don't really know what I'm doing, so I kind of stopped some of that. But I don't know. I'm bad at filing, I guess. Well, no, I rephrased that. I am brand new to filing and have never, ever tried this before. This being my first attempt right here. I'm putting this bad boy back on. And then I'm going to crank this thing up to 4. Hear that? Here's my fan. Booyah. Okay, so I'm trying to take this down a bit. I'm still not masked. I'm still not all that. Well, let's see here. It stops if I put much pressure on it at all. But I've gotten, with my thumb, I've pretty much gotten down to the silk. But I still have a lot of this remaining. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. And then I'm a little concerned, there's this dark spot here that I'd like to get off without killing myself. Or, you know, there, that's the silk. That's that final layer. So now anything I do with this is hitting actual nail, I think. So I'm going to leave that one alone for now. Okay. And then this one, I'd like to get rid of this length here. Most of this is not my nail. But I know if I go too far, I mean, I'd like to do another set. Believe it or not. This one still has a little polish. I'll just leave that. That's just going to gunk up my bit, I think. So this, yeah, I'm glad it's got that safety, but it keeps going round like that. And I feel like I still need to practice having an anchor. Like me with an anchor. All right, okay, Susie. I'm trying. Am I still even in frame? Oh my God, what's going on here? Okay. Like I said, it's if I press, it just wants to go over with the latest touch. if I press it all, it just stops. So I don't know what to do about this. Am I supposed to just leave it? I want to kind of try soaking it at this point, because we're down to just, oh, there it is. And it's going to want to flake off. And I'm worried it's going to take my nail, the tip of my nail with it. Underneath, yeah. Okay, I think from here on, I'm going to do acetone and alcohol stuff. And I think that I'm going to be safe and do this. So, all right, I'll be back. My dog wants to go outside anyways. So, my husband found these after Halloween. I'm not sure where. I'm not sure how. I didn't ask. But, rawr. Yeah. So, soaking, I don't know for how long. Maybe more acetone in a little while. This is the boring part of nails. What started out as I just want pretty nails has become a whole kind of quest. I don't. Now I have thoughts and designs in my head, and I'm thinking of full cover long nails to like get whole big, I don't know, things on them. But it'd be kind of interesting to see what I can do with like a little bit shorter nails, more reasonable nails that are easier to type with. So yeah, anyway, you know, since all the COVID stuff and chemo stuff, I think that this is maybe some of the most fun I've had in years. So nails, I'm starting to get into that. There's already, multiple things that I've just been like, I need this and I need that and I need this. But you know, I think once you have a few things, you can kind of do many things with those few things. So I like hobbies like that. But we'll see how I do. I don't know. We'll see if I can get what remains of the gold sparkly off, because I'm expecting by tomorrow there to be a new polygel that I want to try with the Mariposa butterfly collection. So yeah, I went with McCart, and I think I'll have to check what polygel is coming, but I'm hoping that I can cross brands. Have you ever crossed brands before with nail products? Has it ever bothered you? I need guidance, I guess. I've heard that if you want, I know I'm working with McCart, so if you want certain gels to dry with the right shimmer or whatever their effect is supposed to have, you're supposed to dry them with the lamp that made the company that made, yeah, anyway, their lamp. And so that's what I ordered. I ordered a McCart lamp that comes, I think the one that I ordered comes with some gel, like some gem glue or something, like rhinestone glue. So we'll see about that. We'll see. All right. Well, waiting for nail polish remover to remove nails is about as exciting as watching paint dry. So I'm just gonna, yeah. Well, all right. So I managed to get everything off of my fingers where, because I think it's important, because of my health, to occasionally check on these fingernails, at least at first, until I get the hang of this, just to see and make sure that my nails are doing all right. Because any kind of infection or any type of like fungus is going to be harder for my body to fight, because I'm on chemotherapy, right? So one of the things that I've noticed is with this finger is like the nail is so thin. I don't know if you can see this exactly, but the nail is so thin that this just folded right off. It just folded and left the finger. And there's a few spots that look like they want to do that. So I think I might redo the silk wrap, but I'm going to let these breathe for a few days before I do anything else to them. They just, like, you can see those ridges are returning. This one, not as much. I think the silk is still somewhat attached up here. But I'm starting to see the scoops from the bows lines again and stuff like that. So I'm going to give my paws a rest now over the weekend. And then when we come back, I have some fun ideas that I'd like to try out some of my new colors. I also got this in the mail. Finally, this is the opal color that I wanted to go with. It's sort of an off-white, really pretty off-white that will go with the Mariposa gels that I got, those poly gels, because there's a definite design that I have in mind, and either it'll be a wonderful success or a fabulous comedy of errors. Either way, it'll be fun. So I'll just take the weekend to let these rest, and I'm going to use this on them, the hardest hoof, and maybe a little of this just to keep them from peeling, keep them in one piece. You know, for anybody, all the difficulties people gave to Christine over at Simply Nail Logical for her nails being yellow and saying that her nails were unhealthy. Look at these. These are unhealthy nails. If you want to go at somebody for having unhealthy nails, come at me, bro. Come at me. These are nails that have been through chemotherapy for the last 2 years, little over 2 years now. These are the unhealthy nails that you can make fun of, okay? Don't go taking it out on somebody who's got luscious nails like Christine's that I would die for right now. Come at me, because these are the unhealthy nails that you might have been looking for. And in my quest to cover them up, you can say whatever you want. I don't mind. I don't mind. But don't be making fun of people who are just out to have fun with their actually healthy nails just because they're dyed a little bit because they like to use a lot of polishes. If you're going to come at somebody over their nail, the condition of their nails, come at me. I'm ready for you. So, all right. Well, anyway, that's it for my nail adventures for the week, and I'll see you next week. Be kind to yourself and others, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.